As the summer dies back and winter becomes, autumn kind of carries on, we'll be getting our first frost about the 4th of November because we're zone 9A. And as this happens, I get really excited about having a rest. I know it sounds silly because you'll hear me moaning and moaning and moaning in winter. I wanna have my summer now. I'm bored. I want to get things planted and things like that. But there is just something about taking a minute and having a bit of a rest. I'm quite excited about it after this summer of plenty. Yes, I've been very, very lucky. Yes, I've been very lucky. I'm very blessed to have such a harvest. However, I have to say it's a lot of work this time of year, having an allotment and going back to work and having all of this beautiful bounty. It's a lot of work, and I'm very excited about the winter, sitting back, planning and having a little rest before the madness of summer begins. Once you're in summer, there's nothing better than summer. There's nothing better than harvest. But as everything dies back, it reminds me that everything has its season, and this is the season of beginning the bounty. Soon it will be the season of relaxing, and I'm excited about that. Yes, we do grow all the way through the winter, but the winter jobs are completely different to the summer jobs. In the summer, it's all about the harvest. Don't have time to do anything else. I'm harvesting, preserving. But in the winter, I'm building, I'm sowing, I'm preparing for summer, and it's very different and very exciting. This is the great thing about gardening. You never ever get bored because there's so many different things to do. Every different day, every different month, and every season is completely different, yet it has bindery day. As everything in the allotment is dying back, things in the greenhouse are just getting started, and this is how I'm going to extend my harvest. This and row covers is a fantastic way of getting a little bit more out of your garden than you would be able to this time of year. So I'm really excited about that. And this is the sort of time, now it's September, that the heat is finally broken, and it's very pleasant to be out in the garden. Even midday, it's cooled right down, which means everything is growing that little bit slower, which is a fantastic for me, because as I'm going back to work, it's nice to have that little bit of extra time to be able to come and get a harvest, so that I can slow down my harvests, because all the way through the summer, guys, I was harvesting every other day, and that is a lot of work. There's a lot of tomatoes, right? You saw how many tomatoes I was pulling off this plot. It's ridiculous, but that means that is food for my family, yes, but now it's slowed down. I only have to be processing every week, which is a lot less than what I've been doing, so it's very exciting for me. I've also got some fantastic recipes. I'm looking forward to making pasta sauce this Saturday or Sunday actually, and I'm very, very excited to preserving this beautiful bounty of mine. So don't think I'm not grateful for it, because I really am. I'm also looking forward to being able to sow my onions, and this year I'm going to do a lot more onions. I'm looking for about 600 onions, if not, well, roughly about that number. Let's see if I can do it, because every year I say that and every year I have my little disappointment. So let's see if we can get on the onion tracks and get some real big ones this year, which would be lovely. Garlic too, I'm very excited about garlic. It's probably my favourite thing to eat, because it goes in everything, doesn't it? So I'm really excited about what we're going to be getting here together. So in the UK, I don't know if you guys remember this if you are from the UK, but we have this thing called Harvest. It's a festival that pretty much all primary schools celebrate, and my daughter obviously in primary school, and she celebrated it. Her first year, she thinks she was in reception, she comes home, and at that point I lived in a flat, right? And in this flat I had potted tomatoes, and we grow these potted tomatoes together, okay? And when she come home, she was like, oh mummy, I need something for harvest. And I'm thinking, oh, you know, we've got these beautiful cherry tomatoes, we can bring them in. She's like, no mummy, you've got to bring something in a can, which has always surprised me about the harvest festival. But off I went, bought some canned food, and every year we donate canned food. But you can do things like squashes and things like that that last a long time, and it's handed out to people who need it. And since we've started harvesting and properly getting a massive harvest, now we've moved out the flat, we had a garden, and now we have this beautiful allotment, which we're so thankful for. Every year when it comes to harvest, we start talking to each other. How do you think the harvest goes? How do you think that is? And it is in October, don't get me wrong, but when it starts getting to this time of year, things start dying back, and we've got, you know, the blight and everything coming in. I always think to myself, I'm quite excited about having that conversation with her. And normally we make a dish that's all from the allotment, and we sit and we chat about how do you think the harvest went? How do you think that our year here in the allotment, how did it go? How did it go for you? Because every year is different, and we have so many things, and we laugh and we talk and we have a little chat about and evaluate our year. And I think it's quite an exciting thing to do, especially with a little one, because she's just a little fountain of knowledge, and she sees things in just the best way. So I just thought that was really interesting, thinking of this sort of going into fall mentality, because as soon as September hits for me, I start thinking of fall, and I'm welcoming it. Although a few weeks ago I thought it was nothing worse than going into winter and fall. But I'm excited for my fall garden. I'm excited for root vegetables. I'm excited for onions, and I'm excited for garlic, and I'm excited for harvest. I like taking the time and just sitting there and being thankful for all the wonderful bounty this year's given us, because we have been lucky this year, because not everyone's been as lucky as we are with the drought and the weather and everything. I'm very blessed, and I'm very, very excited about having that conversation. Also, I'd like to thank you for coming on to my journey of posting every single day for the whole of August. Oh my days, that was amazing. And now I'm going to go back to my 3 times a week. So thank you so much for coming on that journey with me, and I'm excited to continue with you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. It's very windy today.